Welcome to Piano Made Simple. Today we will be discussing a brief history of the piano, how it came to be, and some of its most famous composers. The piano was invented around the 1700s by a guy named Bartolomeo Cristofori, an Italian harpsichord maker who was born on May 4th, 1655 in the Republic of Venice, Italy. He wanted to create an instrument that used strings to strike a hammer, producing a more sustained sound than the traditional harpsichord. He also wanted it to produce a hard and soft sound, also called a fortepiano, and so the piano was born. Following suit in the 1700s, a guy named Gottfried Silbermann invented the modern damper pedal that did not exist in the original. This pedal lifts the dampers from all the strings at once, creating a more sustained sound. In the 1800s, pianos introduced wooden frames, which were able to hit two strings per note, and were leather covered with hammers. This gave them a softer, cleaner sound, but also less sustained. Iron frames were then introduced, which eventually allowed the use of three strings per note, and this created a more clean cut sound. And eventually, later, the pedals were perfected, and instead of five octaves, the piano was given seven and a half. We will be going over one big composer from each era. Let's start with the Baroque, which lasted from 1600 to 1750. In this area, Johann Sebastian Bach was very popular. He was born in 1685 and died 1750, and he was born in Eisenach, Germany. Now, this guy was a famous organist who got a job in the field in 1722. He disliked to play old songs and instead wanted to perform new ones every time he played, so he composed many songs during his lifetime. He was a giant innovator of the piano and created many ideas which are played today. Next is the classical era, which was from 1750 to 1820. In this era, we have Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, who was born in 1756 in Austria and died in 1791. He was a child prodigy who wrote his first symphony at the age of 5. He wrote movies, plays, musicals, and countless piano compositions. Sadly, his passion wasn't enough to support him and he eventually died a poor man. Next, we have the Romantic era from 1800 to 1850. Here is where lived Frederick Chopin, who was born in 1810 in Żelazowa, Poland. He published his first composition at the age of 7, and he started studying music abroad at the age of 13 in Paris. There, he found a job as a recitalist and teacher and was able to increase his income by a lot. Sadly, however, he died very young in 1849. Last but not least, we have the modern era, which is from 1900 to present. Here we have Peter Tchaikovsky, who was born in 1840 in Russia. He was a composer who began taking piano lessons at the age of 5. He kept attending musical schools around Russia that helped him develop his mindset as a composer. Sadly, he died in 1893, and it is believed he committed suicide from a sex scandal trial, although the official cause is cholera. I hope you enjoyed this very brief history of the piano and how it came to be. In the next video, we will be discussing music theory and how to read basic notes. See you soon!